Hey, so on the Drop Your Baggage podcast, we not only talk to people that are dope that can give you hope, but also we teach you a technique that can help you cope. Now, what I love doing and a technique that has been most effective for myself and my clients is the mental and emotional release process, where I help people get rid of their negative emotions, limiting beliefs, and insecurities in minutes. And if you are interested in doing something like this, what we do here on the podcast, please contact a certified practitioner of neuro linguistic programming. Or if you want to find out more about it, you can go to eliminatinginsecurities.com. Once again, that is eliminatinginsecuritiesnow.com. Once again, you can go to eliminatinginsecuritiesnow.com and learn so much more about it. And also, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a social worker. So this is just an alternative to all those healthy things that you can do for your mindset. Just letting you know that, Brenden, so you don't sue me. Anyway.
I'm gonna sue your ass. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Finally, like I was waiting for that other part of you to come out. I love it. Hey, so today you said you wanted to release the fear of heights, and I got on him before this, y'all. I was like, the fear of heights. Like, are you somewhere that has heights? He was like, no. I was like, now how are we gonna test it? But your reaction when you talked about heights, for example. Tell everybody about that experience that you had when you were 15 years old.
Absolutely. I'm happy to talk about it. And before I do, I'll give you credit so people have this on record.
What's up?
Charles did a really good job pulling this out of me because, and I wasn't even trying to be resistant about it.
Yeah.
I was genuinely thinking, and he asked me the right questions, and I was able to figure out where the origin was. So kudos to you, man. So yeah, so when I was 15, Charles, I went to this tower called the CN Tower in Toronto.
Mhm.
It's like, for those who don't have the context, it's like in Canada, it's a country north of United States. It's like this really tall tower. And my cousin wanted me to go with him. He's like a couple of years my senior. So I said, okay, sure. We never travel. We always go see family. So might as well go to this tower thing. So I was having fun up until he said, hey, let's go up to the top. And I just said, okay, I don't have money. He's like, no worries, I'll pay for both of us. I was like, okay, well, that excuse didn't work. So we went up and I was fine. And then I started looking at this guy and I was like, oh, I'm not fine. So I went up all the way to the top and I was okay for just a second until he showed us the glass ceilings. For those who know what the glass ceilings are. So the CN Tower has a feature, a benefit, a tourist attraction called the glass ceiling. What that is, it's basically a part of the CN Tower where it's just glass. It's hard glass, you can't break through it, but if you stand on top of the glass and you look down, you just thinking about it scares the crap out of me. You literally see like 50,000 kilometers, whatever the number is, and you think you're going to die. And obviously my cousin, being the amazing human being that he is, started jumping up and down to freak me out. And let's just say I didn't last on the glass ceiling too long. I was there for like 20 seconds and I just ran back out. I was like,
when is the last time that you like experienced that fear of heights?
the last time? Oh, like ever since today?
Yeah.
I would probably say a few months ago. So my friend has what is it? He owns a penthouse. Not a penthouse. Sorry, he has his own apartment, and at the top there's the penthouse. So I always hang out there, and I'm always game to go. But I always do it. I don't know why I do it. I always look outside and I go, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And then you see and then I quickly go back and I sit in a very comfortable spot where I don't get to see the down below. That literally freaks me out as we're talking. So yeah, man, that was probably the last time. But yeah, I try. I mean, because it's a fear, I always try and avoid heights. So I only go on heights when it's there, for example.
Understood. All right. That is such a good one, man. I didn't think it was going to work, but I am so excited. And you're one of the people that I want to get back to like right away. As soon as you go to like the penthouse or somewhere with heights, I really, really want to have you back on the show just to get the results of that ASAP. Because usually we deal with things that are like this morning I had a woman that dealt with shame or fear or like anger. So those are very visceral, like feelings that you have that you can release right away as soon as you change your consciousness around them. But fear of heights, it's like you need it around, you need that around. So no worries. We're going to change your consciousness around your fear of heights. But right now, I want to let you know that you only have to do 3 things in order for you to have a profound experience. Number 1, you need to use your imagination. Number 2, you need to follow directions. Now, this is very important. In order for you to have a great experience, you need to make sure that you follow every word that I say, because I've revised it so you can have the best experience ever. So if you do your own thing, you're going to screw it up. So following directions is very important. Cool?
Got it.
And number 3 is to trust the process. Know that I'm your guide, and I'm going to be leading you through this easily and effortlessly.
Sounds good, man. Let's do it.
Awesome. Now, with your, we have to create your imaginary timeline. Now, with your timeline, your past can be to your left, to your right, or behind you. If you were to know where is your past can be to your left, to your right, or behind you. Where's your past? To your left. Where's your future? To your right, just like mine. Look at that. Very linear, you know what I mean? Just I love it. And okay, cool. Let's get into it. Is it all right with your unconscious mind for you to release this fear of heights today and for you to be aware of it consciously?
Absolutely.
Awesome. We found out the root cause. So what is the root cause of this problem? The first event, which when disconnected will cause this problem to disappear. Let's go ahead and tell the audience about that, where that fear of heights came from.
Yeah, the fear of heights came from a story my mother used to tell me. So she grew up with 8 other siblings, 7 or 8. And there was this one of her siblings was 13 when he died. And what happened was he was climbing up a tree, and he was going after like a mango or fruit, and he accidentally fell, broke his head, and died. So every time that I remember when I was a kid, every time that I would try and climb a tree or just touch a tree, my mom would freak out and say, don't climb the trees. Don't go high. Right. Because my little brother is dead because of it. And that's actually a story I forgot for maybe 15, 17 years until we had a discussion ourselves. But yeah, that's the root cause.
There it is. Now, with everything that we are going to be going through, the most important thing that the most important thing that we are going to be doing in this exercise is replacing the negative thought patterns with the positive thought patterns. So all the negativity that you see around an event, you're not going to focus on that. You're going to focus on the positive thought patterns. And simultaneously, as you do that, it is going to release the negative emotions or the fear of heights from your subconscious mind and instill those positive thought patterns. Understood?
Sounds great.
All right. So most importantly, what did you learn, and have it from a lens of acceptance and compassion and empathy and true strength?
Sure. I think for me, what I learned from that experience.
Hold on.
Is that not?
We about to do it. You ready?
Oh, sure. Gotcha.
All right. Let's get it. So you can go ahead and close your eyes and relax, and let me know when you're ready for the process to drop your baggage.
Let's do it.
Now, just imagine floating up above your timeline and float deeper and deeper and deeper into the past, above that first event in which you felt that fear of heights when you were just a little kid and your mom was talking to you. And just see that event. Be the observer of that event. See yourself and your mom and all the surroundings of it. And just hover above that event. Let me know when you can see yourself.
Yeah, I can see myself.
Awesome. Now stay right there, being the observer of the event. Now, just ask your unconscious mind what it needs to learn from the event. The learning of which will allow you to let go of the emotions easily and effortlessly. Your unconscious mind can preserve the learnings so that if you need them in the future, they'll be there. Just tell your unconscious mind to preserve the learnings. What is something positive and empowering you can tell yourself and your mom as that little kid, and yourself as a little kid, and your mom and everyone else involved in the event, with the consciousness that you have today that will allow the emotions to evaporate like water on the concrete on a hot summer day? And as you preserve these learnings, the emotions are starting to dissipate more and more until they're all gone. Let me know when they're all gone.
They're all gone.
Awesome. Now, with your eyes closed and you hovering above that event, tell me, what positive thought patterns did you learn from that?
I would say the biggest one is protection, right? My mom was just saying those things to protect me, to take care of me, uh, to make sure that I have a great life, to make sure that my life didn't end abruptly, to make sure I didn't take any risk. And that's empowering because I had a great mother and I still do. So that would be the big lesson I got is, you know, like her protecting of me, but also understanding that um, that was preventing me from enjoying some of the amazing things about life, like seeing the great heights or seeing how our amazing world is built. That's what comes to mind.
That's right. Awesome. Now, with you seeing that event as an adult, what can you take from that event and carry on with you in the future
Mm,
to help you with that fear of heights?
I would say one thing I could take away from that, just looking at that event as a third party, is understanding that even if it was my mom's protective mechanism kind of coming out there,
Mm,
doesn't mean I need to apply that same protective mechanism on myself now that I'm an adult and I can make the right decisions and the right actions that will allow me to live the right life. So whenever that I see heights or whenever that I feel scared about heights, I don't need to worry about it as much because it was not me being scared of heights, but rather somebody else talking to me about, or rather telling me a narrative about how I'm not supposed to be around there and that somebody else should be taking care of me, or that something bad will happen to me. So I think one of those tips is like reacting or seeing the heights in a different way, like
hmm.
to enjoy life rather than it being a protective mechanism that was set.
Love it. That's right. Awesome. Now, just imagine floating up above your timeline and float deeper and deeper and deeper into the past, above the dinosaurs during the prehistoric age. Let me know when you're above the dinosaurs.
Above the dinosaurs.
Awesome. Now, as you're above the dinosaurs, float deeper and deeper into space to where space and the atmosphere connects. And imagine your timeline is the size of a fingernail. Let me know when you're there.
And I'm there.
All right. Now just float there, weightless, in space. And ask yourself now, where are the emotions? Tell me, are they there or have they disappeared now?
They're not there.
Awesome. Now float down inside the event. Seeing through your own eyes as a little kid and check on the emotions. Tell me, are they there or have they disappeared now?
Not there.
Awesome. Float back above the dinosaurs and then float into space to where space and the atmosphere connects. Let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
All right. Listen closely, very closely. Float very, very high above your timeline, above each and every event in which you felt the fear of heights, from birth until now in chronological order. Don't skip one event that has a charge on it. Preserve the learnings and let go of that fear of heights all the way back to now. Go.
I'm done.
Awesome. Float down into your body and open your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back.
Damn, that was next level, man. Where am I?
I told you, dog. I told you don't mess around, yo.
Yo, this is some next level stuff.
Hey, how do you feel?
Feel different.
I'm different. I'm different. Anyway, 2 Chainz reference for all you guys that didn't know. So, do you smell bacon?
No.
Okay, that's an NLP technique too. Can can you remember a time in the past in which you used to feel that old emotion. And go back and notice if you can feel it, or you may find that you cannot.
Dude, this is creepy. Nope.
I want you to go out into. I want you to imagine going out into the future, to an unspecified time in the future, in which, if the same thing would have happened in the past, you would have felt a fear of heights. But it's the future now. So see if you can find that old emotion, or you may find that you cannot.
Some weird shit, man. I'm thinking about the penthouse. I'm not scared anymore. But I don't understand why that is.
Congratulations.
I don't understand how that makes sense, but it's working, man.
You dropped your baggage, dog. What I tell you? What I tell you?
All right, man. I'll report back.
Yes, indeed.
Dude, I wish I was lying to you, but this is working. This is...
Tell the audience how you feel.
I don't know. I think the best way of feeling, I feel like there's like a small weight off my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my hair is different too since I close my eye. I don't know. Just I just feel more at ease. Like, yeah. Like CN Tower, looking down. It's not no. It's just yeah, it's just yeah, man. I think you're gonna build a big business, man. This shit works.
Hey, y'all. The whole time he's been so cold with his words, right? It's the only time he's been speechless throughout this whole podcast. Yo.
This is weird, man.
Yep. CN Tower.
Yep. It's just CN Towers. I can go there tomorrow. No,
so you don't get the feeling of anxiety. Well, I'm not going to speak for you, but do you still get that same feeling of anxiety that you felt before we did this exercise when you think about heights?
Definitely not the feeling we started with.
Yeah,
definitely not.
So what you can't even. So with you always having this, do you find that it's harder to explain how it is because how you feel now because you just like have such a foreign feeling, or what is it that's like giving you the lack of words right now?
I don't know. It's just weird. It's just hard to believe.
I see.
It's kind of like how am I not? I'm a very critical thinking kind of person, so I always go like, how is this working? Like I just don't understand the logic behind it. So I guess I was surprised. Because like one of the exercises you did that really worked well, where you asked in the exercise, you said like, what is the lesson?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you did it that way, and I was like a third party person looking at myself as a 6-year-old, looking at my mom, I was like, oh yeah, the lesson is that my mom is very protective of me. As you said, she's worried. She's in she took her first flight to Canada. Actually, sorry. Her first flight ever in her life when she was 31.
Wow.
Right? Her first ever flight. Right? So when she came here and I was born a year later, like she's born in that, that area. She's very scared. It's a new place. So she's very, reserved, very protective. That's what came up to me. Whereas I kind of just sat there and I just went, hey, I really appreciate everything you did for me. It's just but I can handle this one. I can handle this one.
So the exercise, what I've seen about the exercise over the years is that it helps you change your perspective, especially it changes your perspective, and it changes your perspective to seeing people as those that you can look up to and take their words as law, if you will, and then see it as a place of compassion, of humanity, looking at them as a spirit. So now instead of seeing this like, oh, this is my mom and she's always told me this, looking at her as a 31-year-old that took her first plane ride when she was 31. I'm sorry, the 31, a 31-year-old that's taking her first plane ride, but also seeing her as a woman that just wanted to do anything and everything to protect her baby. And you're like, I'm not that baby anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's gangster.
I never even thought about this. Next level shit, man. It's like, because what's interesting about this exercise, Charles, is and I'll give myself a bit of credit here. I came to that conclusion for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for money, you know, I learned, hey, look, I need to manage it so I don't have a fear of money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I should take control of this note. But I didn't do it for heights. Like I never thought it was even a thing. Like I didn't even understand there was a link between the. And then when you said the word trees or something before we started, I was like, oh, there's like a link there, and I didn't think to address that. I didn't even know there was a link to begin with. So
man, you're going to be so much more powerful because of this one lesson, because you see that there's, with any fear, with any baggage that you have, there's always a link. And if you can connect the dots and take control of it, knowing the links and knowing the actions that were taken, and seeing like how you can change your perspective to one of humanity and compassion and empathy, and also looking at it from a rational mind, you can get rid of those limiting beliefs, those negative emotions, those triggers like that.
Yeah, man, you're doing good work, man. Appreciate you, man. Good. I'll keep you posted. I mean, seems to be working.
I can't wait. When the next time you think you would go to your homie?
It's gonna be in a while.
That's gonna be a while.
Oh,
but you go to UPW soon, yeah, though. Yeah, right?
Yeah, November. Is there any heights there?
Where is it? It's in Miami,
Palm Beach.
I'm sure there's something around there. You could.
Excuse me. Is there a height somewhere?
There's a Ferris wheel. There's a skyscraper, like a skyscraper or something over there that you can definitely go up to and look out the window. You never know. If you felt like, you know, entertaining me in the audience, by all means, please, that would be.
Either way, though, whether the fear is gone or not, I definitely see like a 90% minimum decrease because of the way you frame the problem. So now, even if I might, because I don't know, but even if there might be a small thing, I'm not feeling it currently. Let's say even if there was the smallest fear, I could think about it from a different lens and just go, well, I mean, it's just my mom protecting me. That's not really. Why am I scared of heights? It doesn't make sense.
But then what about, all right, tell us about how you feel about that time when you were 15 years old now compared to then. Like, I want to know about it now.
Yeah, not scared anymore. Because I can picture myself in the glass ceiling now.
Yeah. And
I'm looking down. And I'm just like, well, it's not. Just not.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's wild.
Scary. But I don't understand why, though.
You could viscerally see it, though, before on your face. Like, and you said it out loud. Like, yeah, just thinking
it was like
right
this.
now. Yeah.
It's kind of awkward. I don't know what happened.
It's kind of awkward. It's been such a part of your life. It's been a part of your identity, if you will. Oh, I'm a person that's scared of heights. And now you're not.
Yeah, it's just not. I'm not, I guess. It's a bit hard to believe, Charles, I'll be honest, but it's working, man.
I'm the David Blaine of emotions, dog. What can I tell you, dog?
Man.
I'm telling you, man.
You're some like Hawaiian David Blaine. Who eats like Hawaiian pizza, I'm not sure.
Oh, no, that is blasphemous over here.
I'm kidding.
That is
blasphemous. I'm just trying to get some negative emotion out of it.
Yeah, mentioning Hawaiian pizza will do it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for showing up for your divine appointment and having me pry and pick at you until we got to the root cause of that. That was awesome.
That was super fun, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Give us some last some wise words for the crowd. Some last wise words for the crowd.
Sure. And it's going to be something you probably didn't expect, but there's a favorite quote I always like to end with. I'll end with a book recommendation, life advice. So the book recommendation is a book called Thirst by Scott Harrison. So Scott Harrison's the CEO of Charity Water. Absolutely love the work he does. And his book is absolutely transformational for someone who's looking to make an impact. He details everything. And from the area of my expertise, communication and public speaking, he's also a master of a storyteller. So it really teaches us how to make an impact and tell stories doing it. So I highly recommend the read to anybody.
What is
and
it
life advice, Thirst by Scott Harrison.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the life advice, especially for those of you who have made it, what, an hour and 20 into this podcast, still listening. So I'll end with my favorite quote, which is something I invented in my basement because I realized it rhymed. And the quote is, be insane or be the same. If you want to be like everyone else, that's totally fine. But if you want to make a difference, well, you want to do something important in your life, you almost need to be crazy. Crazy enough to come on a show like this and remove your fear of heights. Crazy enough to start a YouTube channel in your mom's basement when you're 22 and you don't have a communication degree. Crazy enough to still live in that mother's basement, not own a car, and dance alone in that basement for a few hours a day. And love Justin Bieber. I love Justin Bieber. I think he's amazing. And it requires this crazy insanity. Yeah. So I encourage all of you to question more and to really rethink where you are in life. And I think if you keep doing that, you'll eventually do something really cool with it.
Love it. Where can everybody watch you, see you, learn from you? Give us your information, dog.
Let me just say, this is as unique as it gets with content, what you guys got today. But if you want public speaking tips, definitely check out my YouTube channel, which is Master Talk in one word.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of the Drop Your Baggage podcast. And just for your attention in general, I love you so much. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button if you're on YouTube and Facebook, or if you're on the podcast platform, consider hitting a brother 5 stars over here and give me some feedback. But until next time, take care of yourself and take care of one another. Peace.